Hello everyone, we would like to welcome you to our video presentation. We are from Group 5 and will be presenting Chapter 5, More Functions of Prepositions and Particles. Your first presenter will be me, Siti Nur Aisha bint Rosli.
The first topic will be about adverb bias. What is an adverb bias? Adverb bias is a word or phrases that help to explain about the verb. It can be either about how, when, where, or why the action is being done. Let's look at the first example. The sentence that you see right here has an adverb bias in it. Which one is it? Yes, the word evening is an adverb bias for the verb roam, which explains about when the action is being done. And here you guys can see the tree diagram for the first example. Next is a prepositional verb. A prepositional verb is a combination of a verb and a preposition to make a new verb with a distinct meaning. For example, against on, look at, care for, and many more. Let's move on to the example. The first sentence, that abided the agreement, has only a verb abided. However, in the second sentence, that abided by the agreement has the verb abided and also a preposition by, which make the phrase abided by a prepositional verb. Even though the word abided by is only one phrase, but the syntactic structure shown here still divides it into two. The word abided will be under the verb section, while the word by will be under the preposition section.
Phrasal verb is composed of two components, which are a verb and a preposition or an adverb. So, these two components, when combined, will create a new verb that gives out a new meaning. For example of phrasal verb is take off. Take is a verb, while off is an adverb. When you combine these two words, it will build a phrasal verb with a new meaning, which take off here means to set out or to remove something. Another example of a phrasal verb is turn in. Turn is a verb, while in is a preposition. When these two words are combined, they give out a new meaning, which turn in here means to submit something. So, that is a phrasal verb. If you are using a phrasal verb in your sentence, always remember that if the object of the sentence is a noun, then you may place the object of the sentence in between the phrasal verb or after the phrasal verb. For instance, the object of the sentence here is the customers, which is a noun. Therefore, it could be placed either in between the phrasal verb or after the phrasal verb. But it is a different case if you are using a pronoun as the object of the sentence, as you must only place the pronoun in between the phrasal verb. Putting the pronoun after the sentence is wrong, as it will change the intended meaning of the sentence. For example, if you change the object that is in noun, the customers, to a pronoun which is them, the sentence could only go as she put them down. And if you place the pronoun after the phrasal verb, for example, she put down them, it will be incorrect, as the intended meaning change here. Another category of a verb is phrasal prepositional verb, which is composed of three elements that are a verb, a particle, and a preposition. These three elements, when combined, also give out a new meaning. For example of a phrasal prepositional verb is come up with. Come is a verb, up is a particle, while with is a preposition. With these three words combined, it gives out a new meaning, which is to produce something. When using a phrasal prepositional verb in a sentence, it can be followed by the object. For instance, Benji came up with a new solution. Benji here is the subject, while came up with is the phrasal prepositional verb, which is followed by the object, a new solution. But always be alert with the preposition that come after the particle in phrasal prepositional verb, because if the preposition in the phrasal prepositional verb gets eliminated, it will change the intended meaning of the sentence. For example, will not put up with that noise. Here means that will not tolerate with that noise. But if you eliminate the preposition which is with from the sentence, for instance, will not put up that noise, it gives a completely different meaning from the first sentence, where here it means will not raise that noise. You can also use a gerund complement after the phrasal prepositional verb in a sentence. For example, we are looking forward to seeing you at the party. Looking forward to here is the phrasal prepositional verb, which is followed by the gerund complement, seeing you at the party. So, that is all for phrasal prepositional verb.
Assalamualaikum and good afternoon everyone. My name is Nohafiza and I'm going to talk about objects and adverbials. Object is a noun about the action that took place. Adverbial is the part of the sentence that describes, modifies, and gives details about the actions, adjectives, or the adverb. Let us talk about objects. For objects, it is compulsory in a sentence. It cannot be excluded, otherwise it will become incomplete. Direct and indirect objects and the noun phrase in the prepositional object can be pacified. For example, she was seen. She is a direct object. This sentence is correct. While if we put in another structure, it is still correct. For example, someone saw her. Then we also have another example. Walter was given a book. Let us use what was given to Walter as an example question. So if we put it in another kind of arrangement, it will still turn out correctly. For example, a book was given to Walter. It has the same exact meaning as Walter was given a book. Next, we will move on to subject or object predicate. This one is also compulsory. It cannot be excluded from a sentence, otherwise it will turn out incomplete. But unlike objects, it cannot be pacified. For example, the chair was elected him. As we all agree, it doesn't make any sense for this sentence. And this is why it cannot be pacified. So if we put it in a correct way, it will turn out to be he was elected the chair, which means he was elected or he was chosen for the chair. Next, we also have the meeting slept during. As we all know what is meeting, and it is incapable of sleeping. So that's why the sentence is wrong. The correct one would be he slept during the meeting. Next, we move on to adverbials. This one is optional, which means it can be included or excluded. It is not mandatory, as without it, it can still form a perfect sentence. But it cannot be pacified. For example, the house painted purple her. This sentence literally does not make any sense. The correct sequence would be she painted the house purple. That is all from us. Thank you for watching.